Hey, welcome back, y'all. So today we're starting a mini series called ERD. So that's going to be Entity Relationship Diagram. So it's the blueprint on how all your data fits together. See, if you've ever been confused on how your tables connect, this is going to be the series for you. Check this out. So we have 5 total videos within this series. So we're going to cover things from data models all the way up to drawing up a diagram and doing it yourself real time. But the first topic we have today is going to be data models. And there's 3 total types of data models. So there's conceptual, there's logical, and there's physical. So think about these data models as 3 different layers within the same ERD. So you're going to have one that's kind of brainstorming, mind mapping, and then moving on to your technical and final draft. So these models represent different zoom levels of the same ERD. One's going to be that macro level, and then as you go deeper, you're going to get more and more micro. And with that, you're going to have more and more granularity and seeing the actual relationships between all of the data models as you progress towards your database build or whatever you're working on. So first up we have is conceptual. So it shows the important entities and the relationships between them. No attributes, no keys, no data types, just the core business objects. But to help you kind of visualize that, what I built here is something like this. So you have a customer table, and then you have an orders table as well. Now, it doesn't necessarily say what columns are within each table, right? It just shows the macro level. So this is the highest level you're looking at. Tables connecting. You have a one-to-many relationship over here that shows you exactly what's going on. You have customers, which is going to be singular, right? So a customer can make many orders, or a customer can make no orders, right? And we'll talk about what these lines and everything mean later down the road as well. But this is what conceptual looks like, is at least just drawing the basic architecture of what your diagram is going to be. The next up we have is logical. So this one adds a little bit more structure, and now we include primary keys, foreign keys, and attributes as well. So those columns that we're talking about. All right, so here we have a visual of what it looks like. So we have the customer table and we have the order table. So the customer table is going to show the primary key of the customer ID. So that's going to be unique there. We have the first name, last name, email. So no uniqueness there we're really looking at. And then we have the keys of order ID as a primary key here. That's primary to this table. We have customer ID, which is a foreign key. That's the one relating this to the customer table. We have the order date and order table. So now we don't just have the tables identified. We have the attributes, so the columns within the tables too. So this is getting more and more granular as we move forward into our database architecture. Another example is going to be a patient table has a primary key for healthcare, and each visit includes a visit ID and the patient ID that links back. This level is independent of any database engine, and it describes the logic, not the implementation. All right, so next up we have is physical. So physical ERD is a real implementation inside a database engine. This is where we define data types, indexing, constraints, and storage. So this is as granular as it gets. This is all the detail rolled up into one, right? So now here we have the customer and order table once again, but now we're identifying the data types that we have. So the character amount that we're putting here, and then the same items we have, but now this is a date time, this is a decimal type, and this allows us to see exactly what kind of attribute it really is here. All right, so this one's been pretty simple. So we covered the 3 layers, physical, logical, and then conceptual, right? So it goes from brainstorming and drawing out your concept to actually having your database in action. So this is the foundation we're going to use for the next video, which is going to be relationship types, which is one-to-one, one-to-many, many-to-many, and then also recursive as well. So we'll talk about that coming up. But with that said, leave a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts, and thanks for watching.